What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, ReadOptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And I may have just, at least in my mind, found proof that my 22-year-old store, my store with 58,000 items in it, even though it's only reading like 57. Courtney! That store is doomed. My question to eBay, and I hope somebody from eBay sees this video, at least the beginning of this video, because my question is, should I just leave that store alone and start moving all my stuff to my new store? Or is that store going to eventually be okay? Now I'm going to walk you through what I did today and what I saw. So if you don't know, my main account, 22 years old, 58,000 items, just opened a new account a month and a half ago. I had, as of before I uploaded, about 250 items. And I've already noticed more consistent sales over here with just as little items. I mean, today alone, I might challenge my other store. I'm at $66 on my new store, where my old store, I'm at $189. 58,000 items, 250 items. Huge discrepancy. So, on my old store, I had about 400 items, no, maybe 300 items I listed today. And on the new store, about 70 items I listed today. But it's not necessarily about the number of items, it's about how many times I uploaded those items, because I had to find places for them in various different boxes. So for my new account, to upload them, I probably uploaded about 10 different times. And on my new account, I uploaded maybe 5 different times. Now here's the difference. And I've been saying this for a while now, but this just kind of, I didn't want to believe it, but this kind of just puts the nail in the coffin for me. All 10 times I uploaded on my old store, server error, server failure, cannot update, system error, failure. Uploaded, say, 25 at a time. 7 of these items can't upload. 2 of these items can't upload. We lost it due to server. Okay. Go to change the custom SKU to put in my location number. 2 of these, or say there's 25, 23 updated. And if you don't catch that, you could upload them without a SKU location, which means future problems when it sells. So I had to go through and individually type in my SKU locations on the ones it would not process on. Upload, 23 items uploaded, 2 failed due to server errors. Try again. Then it goes up. 10 different uploads, and I probably had about 20 different server failures. Huge amount of problems on the new store. The 5 different times on the new store, bing, 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 bing. No problems, no issues, nothing. Clearly, in my uneducated tech experience, 2 different servers, 1 failing, 1 fresh. I am tempted to start moving all my clothes and all my shoes, starting with all my clothes, all my shoes, all my purses, over to the new store. Just transfer them over. I think I can do it via Vendu maybe somehow. And see what happens. Because in my mind, and I know I've got some viewers who are tech savvy and who understand servers and such. So please comment below on what you feel this is, if I'm hitting it on the head, that the old store's on old servers that still are not updated and or fixed yet or replaced because they were on that 3-year plan of server swaps. And the new store, I've had no issues, no errors, no problems with whatsoever today. Night and day experience. So is this store doomed forever? Should I just give up on it? I mean, I'm going on over 2 years with these server failures and server problems on this store. Hundreds of thousands of feedback. Do I just give it up? Do I just start putting everything in the new store? That's where I'm at right now, my question. So I'm going to start with the clothes. I'm just going to start moving the clothes over. And I think that's clearly going to show, well, not that this didn't to me, but it's just going to show that if I put them over here, they'll sell quicker than my old store. Because the way I'm taking it is, if there's server failures, 7 of my items, it said it failed to upload them. And I wouldn't have caught this any other way. I forgot to put in the SKU location because I had like 2 problems. I'm like, oh. So I just totally forgot to update my SKU locations. So it had 7 failed to even pull over from my drafts. So I uploaded them, went back to my drafts. No, wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. I want to get this straight. Let's just say 7 of my listings vanished out of thin air. They're totally gone. Okay. It did pull them over from the drafts. When I went to upload them, I forgot to change the SKU. As I upload them, it said 7 items failed to upload. I went back to the drafts and they were gone. They were not there and they didn't upload. Something like 7 of them vanished. So I don't know what to do at this point. I mean, got this store that's got 22 years of history. That's just server failure after server failure. And I got this new store that feels so clean and easy and consistent. And better sales, percentage-wise, compared to the other stores. So yesterday I had $873 on this account. Today, because of all these server failures, we're a little over halfway through my day. I'm at $189. That doesn't even indicate a $400 day. Last month, my average day was like $769 average for the month per day. So I'm going to start with the clothes. I'm going to start moving the clothes over. If I see huge different results, then I'll start moving my hats over. I'll just go one category at a time. Then if I'm moving my hats over and then all of a sudden my hats are exploding over here and have a higher sell through than over on my old store, then I'll eventually move it all over. Because 2 years with server failures, literally telling you server failures, or it's not you, it's us, and it's still not fixed, makes me wonder if it ever will be fixed. Now I've got this new fresh store that seems to have no problems. Or I won't say no problems. It did have a couple of problems at the very beginning that I remember. I don't remember what they were, but I remember it having an issue. Do I abandon the old store? That's where I'm at right now. And that would suck if I had to do that. 114,565 on the feedback. Anchor store, 274,000 items sold. .5 or higher percentage. Top rated. 9.5 thousand followers. And I'm on the brink of abandoning the store. I mean, it'll be a slow process, but that's where I'm at. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. All right, what's sold on my new store? If you watched my yard sale video this past weekend, Friday's video, I picked up these Doc Martens for $3, I believe it was, $2 or $3. These sold for $42, but I'll wait and ship those to see if anything else sells on the new store so I can do a scan for them. So 66 bucks on the new store today. 189 on the old store. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. I don't know. So I'll just start with the clothes. That's all I can do, is do a little bit at a time, and time will tell. But I've said it in many of my videos over the past year easily. I feel that the old store, the server problems, is costing me at least minimum $200 a day in sales. And I will stand behind that till I'm blue in the face, just because I know how my store works. And the feeling I get from this new store, everything's telling me just to start moving stuff over to it. I mean, a month and a half in, and I've already got that feeling. Oh, now my old account says I have 0 feedback. I just read you the number of feedback that it said, and now it's saying 0 feedback. Can't make this up. 0 feedback. So now it's not even registering my feedback. I'm sure if I refresh, it'll come back, but still, that means there was a link broken where it did not read my feedback. So my question to anybody tech savvy is, how many links are broken to my items to potential buyers around the world? Refresh and it's back. Give me your opinion, guys. What do you think? You know how I am. I do tests to see what works best, what doesn't, etc., etc. And it's telling me to just start moving my clothes over and see what happens. If I start getting a better sell-through rate on my clothes on the new stores compared to the old store, well, that's going to be a huge red flag. And people thought I was crazy. Honduras hat. That sold for $10.50, headed to Los Angeles. I'm telling you, dude, I don't talk about something unless I'm confident about it. Because I like to prepare and take in more info, a lot of info, so I don't look stupid. So when somebody does say, hey, you're stupid for thinking that there's not a doubt in my mind. I'm not going to question myself because I know what I know about whatever I'm speaking of. And from my experience, this is what I know. And you tell somebody saying you don't know what you're talking about, I just blow that off because of the info that I do have. So just so I don't look stupid or question myself or anything. So because it's very easy for an uneducated person to look stupid. Okay, I finished high school. Barely. Belly Dance DVD sold for $7, headed to Blandon, Pennsylvania. I've got mixed emotions right now with dealing with this. On one hand, I am thankful that it happened this way. I mean, how many of you guys out there could do this test? 2 different stores, one 22 years old, one brand new, and upload bulk to each. So it was a test that probably not many people can do. And the results just smacked me in the face. I want to thank Callie Debs. She got card number 16. So there was 25. I've had 25 signed cards in the black ink. So she purchased one, and it's headed to Burbank, California. Sold for $20. And I don't know if you got a Vern sticker ever, so I'm going to throw a Vern sticker in there for you. Thank you so much. I did not expect to sell one of the card number 1 today. I haven't sold, let alone a signed one, so thank you. I haven't sold a card number 1 in a week or week and a half or so. So when that came through, I was like, what? What? So thank you. That made my day. Made my day. And the Ego card will be out Friday. Dr. Terror's House of Horrors Blu-ray. Sold for $10. Headed to Ohio. This came from yard sale, I think, 2 weeks ago. Dude, I've sold almost, I want to say almost, I've sold probably about 3/4 of the items I bought from that one yard sale on the video 2 weeks ago. The DVD guy. True. Yeah, I'm at a crossroads right now. Oh, I forgot to pull the lynch mob. Oh well, let me just remove. It was in 3 different locations, and the first one I looked in wasn't there. Why would it be in 3 different locations is because I at least had 3 listed at one time. Next up, we got, are you ready? Since the Cardinals are doing better, I expect my Cardinal stuff to start picking up. So we got 2 Cardinal hats headed to Sacramento, California. They sold for $10.50 a piece. And yeah, so on one foot, I'm excited that this happened because it's letting me see something that looks pretty obvious from my ignorance standpoint. Ignorance of not knowing tech too well, not knowing how that servers really work. So in my eyes, that's telling me start changing over. But then I feel torn because 22 years in one store, that's a lot of history to abandon. Especially when it's all been good history. And I would call in and ask a rep, but it's kind of, I feel it, you know, that I feel like I'm gonna know more than they do because a lot of, seems like there are only new people there now. and ever getting a call back from somebody higher up, it never happens. I've left, or they said they were going to put in to have a call back from a higher up, probably about 5 times over the past 2 years, and it never once happened. So, Venice, Florida. So for $9, headed to Connecticut. So I haven't called in months because it's just 100% pointless nowadays. So we have to figure it all out our damn selves. Damn selves. Steven. But yeah, that was a huge night and day difference for me. We got this cherry hat. Sold for $9.50, headed to Kansas. Does cherry mean anything? I know pineapples do. I don't know if cherry does. Behind the obvious, I guess. Boo, 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 boo. Obvious being virgin. Had to say it just in case it wasn't too obvious to somebody. Somebody with a non-perverted mind. Folk Implosion CD. Sold for $7, headed to Philadelphia. And even my free shipping stuff that's been selling so many a day, that's kind of like a red flag. And now this page won't even load. This has happened 3 times today so far. Click into review traffic and the page won't completely load. So there are definitely a lot of server failures and the things not reading properly. So I got 16 sold today, 10 organic, 6 promoted, when I've been pushing 30 plus on the organics. 30 to 40 to 56 to 50. So only 10 more than halfway through my day. That tells me my stuff is not being seen. Hence, server failures. So I'm going to start the transition. Or at least try to figure out a way to make it easy to start the transition. How about that? Because it's not going to be easy because there's so much. Even just pulling stuff over to Vendu is almost impossible for me. And now you can't save pictures from eBay because it reads them as a website and not a JPEG. So I can't even copy the pictures onto my computer and move it over. It's almost like I have to retake all the pictures over again. And the reason why I can't individually move things over to Vendu is because I've got so much stuff listed to have it won't pull it all over, so it's only like the newest items it'll pull over. So even when I end and sell similar, if I have stuff ending, it'll override those and push them out of the way where I can't pull them over. It's a complex thing having so many items. Doesn't make it easier. So I'm going to have to think about it and see what I can do to... I mean, if I have to go through tote by tote and retake pictures, I guess that's what I got to do. If it's going to allow me to double or plus my sales. Just end them, copy the title, paste it, and just redo all the pictures. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work that is really should be unnecessary work. Don't make me happy, I can tell you that. Thinking about having to do all that work. So give me your thoughts on those two different scenarios I gave you. What happened? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I don't have enough information tech savvy wise. So I'm missing something. But clearly I feel my store is hidden today. Things are not being seen. Sales are not coming in. And if this is a thing, at what year, you know, my store's 22 years old. At what year do you go, hey, maybe I need to open a second store and start transferring my stuff over? Somebody who only has, you know, a couple thousand or so, it'd be a whole lot easier, especially if you use something like Vendoo. And it might change your stuff night and day. Like I feel like it will. Oh, let me know. All right, thanks everybody. That's my midday shipping. It's 2:47 p.m. right now, so we're 12 hours and 47 minutes into the day here, Central Time. So I'll see you all in the next video. Later.